Coming up on this edition of Blue Eye News, we say farewell to a dedicated baseball player. We take a look at the art Wylie has to offer. And we find out more about two students' thrifty business ventures. All this and more on Blue Eye News. The Raider baseball team has had an excellent year so far. One student who's been with the team all 4 years will be taking his leave for college after the season. Here's Aiden Bowie with more.
This year is the final season for the Raider baseball player Caden Lubojacki.
Baseball has positively impacted my life because it's made me mentally and physically stronger. It's taught me to be a leader and helped me with my teamwork and skills, and it's just made me the person I am today.
He has also been impacted by former players and wants to help new players.
I tell all the baseball players just to keep working hard, stay tough, push through everything he tells you to do, and stay on Coach Andrews' good side.
Caden has also left an impact on his teammates and even the head coach.
Caden's impact on his teammates and his coaches is the way he goes about his business every day. In practice, leads by example, where he's supposed to be, when he's supposed to be there, on and off the field, in the classroom. So he takes a pretty good leadership type role.
Caden has a passion for baseball, and you can see it on the baseball field, his mentality.
He's a prime example of what we're looking for in a player in practice and in games and how he competes in practice. A great example for those younger players to see and try to emulate what he does in practice that prepares him for games.
He has a lot of memories with Raider baseball in the past years.
I see Caden excelling at school. I don't expect anything less from that. I see him excelling at UTD on the baseball field.
He has scholarship offers, but he committed to play at UTD.
The most important thing I think we're going to miss in this program is just the way he carries himself on and off the field, his character, the example that he has for the younger players. That's hard to replace, as well as the high character that he has, and as well as how hard he works in the classroom.
Most definitely miss Coach Andrews. He's a big person in my life, and he's impacted my life really greatly. I'll also miss the brotherhood, just the brotherhood feeling, and playing with all my brothers throughout the season.
Reporting for Blue Eye News, this has been Aiden Bowie.
It takes some dedication to stick with something that long. Props to him and everyone on the team for all the work they put in. Let's root for them as they skedaddle off to their next game. We also should give props to choir as well for winning all superiors at UIL for every group for the first time in East history. While we're at it, let's give a shout out to theater for receiving a slew of nominations. Fingers crossed they win. It just goes to show that Wylie as a community appreciates the fine arts. In fact, Wylie has constructed various art installations around town for the community. Here's Langdon Gonzalez and John Taylor with more on the stories behind these interesting structures.
Made in 2018 by Michael Sabo, this is the Entwine. It was inspired by the roots and the core connection Wylie has made between the past and the future of Wylie, Texas. Created with stainless steel and bronze, the Entwine stands at 32 feet tall and costs $130,000. The city of Wylie spent an extra $130,000 on the Prairie Crossing statue, evoking the beautiful chaos of the prairie grasses. The arches give the visitor a feeling of being in the prairie that has defined this religion. But the city of Wylie didn't stop there. Located between these two amazing statues sits the Voices of Wylie. The choir you are hearing is the collective sounds of the Wylie community. This statue was made May 2011 by Lucy Bertelson and Fo Shu Wang, representing the success of Wylie in its humble beginnings. This is what also inspired the name Voices of Wylie. This sculpture stands 7 feet tall and 13 feet wide, located in the breezeway between Smith Public Library and Wylie Recreation Center.
As guests approach the baseball complex at Community Park, they are greeted by two figures, the batter pillar, which stands at 9 feet tall, and the octopitcher, which stands at 10. These two sculptures were made back in 2013 by artist and sculptor Johnny Edwards. These superstars are hand sculpted out of cement over steel armatoires, then finished to appear to be wood carvings, an eye trick Edwards said he hoped would be a lighthearted combination of whimsy and substance. As Johnny Edwards said himself, it's a classic battle between two imaginary giants of the baseball world who would want to face a ball-hurling octopus on the pitcher's mound. It's an epic battle of superstars. Liftoff, created by artist and sculptor John Davis, is a kinetic sculpture located at the disc golf park. David used the circle and the spiral to form a colorful and gestural celebration of the essence of the park. The spiral suggests energy and propulsion of the disc. At the opposite end, a wind vane in the shape of a disc connects to the airborne aspect of the golfing activity and can give golfers an indication of wind direction, which may affect the path of long throws.
Reporting for Blue Eye News, this has been Troy Gonzalez
And John Taylor.
The city of Wylie is wrapping up its next sculpture called Rescued, created by Robert Barnum and located at the Wylie Animal Shelter. This artwork is dedicated to the power of adoption. For more information on these installations, skedaddle on over to the Public Arts Program tab at www.wylietexas.gov.
In other news, student-run thrift shops seem to be on the rise. By coincidence, two different students here at East decided to open up their very own thrift shops around the same time. Here's Elizabeth Thomas with more.
Students of Wylie East are creating businesses, but this isn't just about any business. These students created their very own vintage shops. What a Vintage and Third Vintage.
Me and my friend, we started going thrifting, and we were like, bro, why don't we just make a business and we sell the stuff to make a profit? So we ended up just saying, all right, bet, let's make this business.
I feel like a lot like the vintage styles, like in Dallas and like Plano, those more populated areas. And so it just, it feels good to be able to bring to my friends here, just people here. So it feels good because, see a lot of like 16-year-olds have, a little business, and also help my mom and just help here and there, just, something for myself. So, it feels good.
Every business faces a time of trial and error. For Jose, it was not having many customers for the first few months. But Josiah's issue is a bit different.
Any trials would just be just people who don't take us seriously. People would just be negative about what we're doing and how we're doing this. Like, all we've been doing is just, we have people who support us and people who have been helping us out since we started. And those people are just who support us, they'll help the growth of this business.
Yeah. Starting a new business while being a full-time student may sound daunting, but Jose and Josiah are able to manage the work.
What I like to do is I like to list things during power hour, very much. Or before I go to bed, just list 2 t-shirts or list a jacket. Every day I try to be active.
So balancing this business, schoolwork, it's kind of tough because one, I have to always be on task with my schoolwork, being a senior, but also my business I always try to keep on top of as well. I try to just take whatever time I have to take pictures of whatever product we have and post it online and try to go promote it.
Jose and Josiah proved that running a new business while being a full-time high school student can be done. This has been Elizabeth Thomas reporting for Blue Eye News.
Best of luck to them and to anyone else running their own business. It's got to be tough keeping up with school and work.
Well, we appreciate all that you do, Wylie East, but that's all the time we have for you today. Remember, if it happens here,
be prepared to hear wait, Jackson, I gotta ask, what's with all the skedaddles?
Well, since it's the end of the show, I guess I can explain. Me and my girlfriend had this, inside joke, and Samantha Springfield, will you skedaddle with me to prom?
Well, that just happened here, but as always, be prepared to hear on Blue Eye News.